Hello YouTube, it's me John Avenger once again. I decided to do a mobile video because my camera just glitched out, so I was like, screw it, I could do a video here. And welcome to Scarlett Johansson month again. This is my third movie that I'm reviewing, or my fourth, and it's her. She did an animated voice in the 2004 Spongebob Squarepants movie. Yeah, this counts as a Scarlett Johansson movie, even though it's just her voice. But I wanted to review it because I haven't reviewed this film yet. And is it as good as the show? I think so. It's funny. There's a lot of clever humor in the movie. I love the characters from the show. Um, they got celebrity voices to do some of the characters. Like King Neptune was voiced by Jeffrey Tambor. You got Alec Baldwin as a hitman named Dennis. And then you have Scarlett Johansson as Princess Mindy. That's very cute. She's a kind of like a mermaid with glasses. She looks like Velma from Scooby-Doo, and she tries to help SpongeBob and Patrick become men, which is basically the gist of the film. There's some good songs in the movie. I like the rapport with the actors. I mean, Tom Kenny is amazing as the voice of SpongeBob. I've loved his voice ever since 1999. The guy can act. He's very funny. You know, people say SpongeBob is gay. No, fuck that. That's the stupid gay agenda thing. He's just a cheerful character. He's always been that way. Patrick, yeah, he's an idiot, but he's a lovable idiot. Plankton is a great villain. I love his voice. Mr. Lawrence just knocks it out of the park. Mr. Krabs, he talks like he's like an Irish pirate. He's like, "That's me formula," and all that. Yeah, I can do the voices like nothing. Squidward's hilarious because he's like, "I don't want to hear your thing, SpongeBob." Ah! And see, I can do the voices like nothing. I just love the voices. They're just so iconic, and they're already huge in pop culture now because everybody knows who SpongeBob is. You just listen to that song, "Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea," and there you go. Everybody knows who he is. This movie was actually good. It was like watching an hour and a half episode of the show. It was very funny. Like Goofy Goober is basically it's a spoof on "I Wanna Rock," and I love that song. It's like I'm a Goofy Goober. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh my god, they spoofed "I Wanna Rock," and they did an original song, and it's badass. I love how they made a freaking spoof of "I Wanna Rock" badass in an animated movie. Go figure. And just it's a fun movie. The animation is hand drawn. It's beautifully animated. There's a cameo by David Hasselhoff from Baywatch. That's memorable in the film. Is better than in Piranha 3 Double D. And the film is held up. I mean, I saw it a couple years ago when my sister was in college, and I laughed my ass off. I'm like, this is a kid's film, and it made me laugh a lot. And the critics were right on the money. It's a good movie for kids. It's even funnier for adults that get it. It doesn't have stupid humor that's going to take you out of it, like sex jokes. No, it doesn't need any of that. The only joke is we're going to be men. Hey, I'm a man. The voice of SpongeBob's a man, and the voice of Patrick is a man. And any man listening to Scarlett Johansson's voice will melt like a iceberg. That's attracted to women. That is because nowadays with this gay agenda, we don't know what guys are into. Some of them are into horses, which is I don't want to get into that. But this is a good movie. If you want to hear Scarlett Johansson once again when she's young with her beautiful voice, just enchanting me. I'm like, oh my god, your voice is just a siren song, Scarlett. And the fact that she got this movie, a big animated film that's not Disney or Pixar, it's interesting. And no, I will not be reviewing The Jungle Book because I know she does a voice of Kaa, the 2016 version. I'm not reviewing that because I refuse to see that horrible CGI. But this I could give a chance. I gave it a chance and I enjoyed it. I think she does a good performance with the rest of the cast of the veterans of the show. And the movie was funny. It's still funny. I love the sequel more. I think the sequel's funnier. I think the first movie has a better story though. The second movie was like a musical and it made me laugh a lot. Like these movies just make me laugh. Because they have a good sense of humor. They don't have the stupid sex jokes or gay jokes or any of that. And, SpongeBob has been around for over 17 years, and soon it'll be 20 years in 2019. And they're going to do a third movie. So I'm glad because, the second movie was hilarious last year. It was in my top 10. It was the 3D, when they're post-converted to 3D is at the end of the film. It's not hand-drawn. It's mostly hand-drawn like the show. to save on budget. But it still looks good. Hand-drawn animation still works. Sorry if the video is moving a bit. I'm using my phone. I don't have a selfie stick, so bear with me. It's a good movie. If you have kids, they're going to love this. And if they love SpongeBob, they're going to love this. This is just right up their alley. And screw any critic that says this movie is horrible. They don't know funny if it bit them in the ass. And the fact that this didn't get Best Animated at the Oscars is a shame because it's hand-drawn. Granted, The Incredibles won, which it deserved, but this should have been at least nominated. I'm sick of hand-drawn animation getting blown over. Getting overlooked, except they want to put anime from Japan because it's artsy, and like stuff like Kubo, which is stop motion, which looks good, but I don't know, it just doesn't interest me. I'd rather see this again, but the SpongeBob SquarePants movie's good. It's very funny. It's got a light tone. It's not dark and gritty, because you can't do that. The songs are hilarious. They're really well done. And the voice cast is amazing. Flaws, well, some of the characters kind of get underused. Like Sandy is not in the movie that much. Sandy Cheeks. And Mr. Krabs is in it a little bit. And but in the sequel, they use more. And it's really funny, too. So I hope you guys watch this movie. Watch it for Scarlett Johansson's voice as Princess Mindy. It's adorable. I just want to suck. If her voice was a milkshake, I would suck it all the way down. I really would. That woman has a great voice. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribing. Don't worry about my face. It's just cream. I had to put it. I had a rash this morning on my face. Been going out a lot this week. And the weather's been crazy. It went from 50 degrees to 70 degrees to 60 degrees to 50 degrees to 40 degrees to 30 degrees. It's crazy. The weather over here is bipolar. But I know that the weather is going to get colder later. In December, it's going to be freaking freezing. So I'm not going to get 70-degree weather in December. There's no way. Global warming it sucks, man. But anyway, this movie doesn't. Watch it, like it, and see it with your kids if you have some. Later, guys.